All right. So in this chapter, we learned a lot about simplifying expressions. So one expression we can simplify could be something like this. Okay, so I've got this expression. What I want to do is break it apart and see what kind of cancels. So I can do a little work on the sides here and just say, okay, well 45 is just 9 times 5. So it's like that. So instead of writing 45, what I'm going to write is it broken down, 3 times 3 times 5. I'm going to do the same thing with 30n, right? So that'll be, 30n is just 6 times 5, which is just 3 times 2 times 5 times n. So I'm going to erase 30n and write this. These things are called making a prime factorization. 26 is just going to break down into 13 times 2, and 6 just breaks into 3 times 2. Okay, so now when I have two fractions that multiply together each other, really what I'm doing is I'm just multiplying the top and the bottom. So now I'm just looking for things that cancel. The 2's cancel. I got a 3 and a 3 that cancel, a 5 and a 5, a 3 and a 3, and that's it. So what I have left over on the bottom is a 2 and an n, and what I have left over on the top is a 13. So the final solution is 13 over 2n. So that's it across multiplication, but we can also do it across division. So we could have something like this, 21x over 5, now divided by 24x to the third over 26x. Okay, so a lot of the same ideas still apply. I'm going to break up all these pieces, right? Well, actually, what I want to do first is I never want to do division. Instead, what I want to do is I want to do multiplication. And I'm going to multiply by the inverse, right? So what I do is I take this fraction, instead of dividing by it, I'm going to multiply by the inverse. And that means I'm going to flip it. Okay. So with just a little bit of transformation there, I have a way easier problem to solve. So I still need to do what I did in the previous one, where I take this 26x and break it into its parts, like 13 and 2. And this 24x, I'm going to do to the third is the same thing. That's 6 times 4, which is 3 times 2. So I'm just making the prime factorization for this. And so I can rewrite that as and 21x is just 3 times 7 times x. Okay. So I've got all my I got both my fractions kind of expanded. Now I'm just going to see what cancels. Well, the 2's are going to cancel. One of those x's is going to cancel. Hey, I got an x over here that's going to cancel that x on the bottom. We got a 3 that cancels, a 3 that cancels. And that's really it. So what I have on top here is 7 times 13, which is 91. And on the bottom, I have 5 times 2, which is 10, times 2, which is 20x. So I have 91 over 20x.